Kelly was first introduced to the world through the launch of the reality television show The Osbournes back in 2002, which followed the life of heavy metal star Ozzy Osbourne and the rest of his titular family. As the daughter of Ozzy and Sharon, Kelly went on to become an actress, singer, model, and fashion designer, but is probably best known for the viral clip of her accidentally slandering the people of Mexico on The View. What does someone like Kelly Osborne spend her money on, though? And what kind of lifestyle does she find herself living at the moment? Well, whether you're a fan of the hardworking socialite or just want to know as much as possible about the life that she lives, stay right where you are, as we're about to explore some of the most expensive things that Kelly Osborne has ever bought. So strap yourselves in and get ready for some jealousy, as things are about to get interesting. But before we get into it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss out on any of the new videos we post. 1. Her Los Feliz home. Kelly Michelle Lee Osborne, as she is formally known, was born to a pretty well-off family in the form of the Osbournes. Take one look at the lifestyle she was able to lead during the runtime of the reality show, and you'll see what we mean. And if there is one thing that growing up wealthy teaches a person, it's just how important it is to look after the money that you have. And since the purchasing of property is considered to be one of the most risk-free means of growing your funds, it won't surprise you to hear that Kelly followed her parents' advice to the best of her ability. You see, immovable property is one of the only assets in the world that doesn't decrease in value with an increase in time. Rather than depreciate, it has a tendency to appreciate, which is especially true when the realtor is able to indicate that the property was previously owned by a celebrity like Kelly. In other words, a home that is purchased today will be worth a lot more in a few years' time, making the purchase not only one based on comfort, but sound financial advice as well. This is why one of Kelly's most expensive purchases has been her home in Los Feliz. According to a report from House & Home, the Osborne daughter decided to purchase this property back in 2018 for around $3.6 million US dollars. The massive price was not only due to the fact that the property looks like a modern piece of art. In fact, it used to belong to famous actress Rooney Mara, who Kelly convinced to sell to her for a fair price. This is also not the only property that Kelly owns, with her having quite a few condos and apartments under her name that she often rents out for extra income. Suffice to say, Kelly has a pretty good handle on the property market, as seen by her ability to turn a profit. 2. Her clearly over-the-top manicure. As a part-time fashion designer and model, you just know that Kelly loves keeping up appearances. And what better way to show that you're taking care of yourself than paying for one of the most extravagant manicures on the market? This is exactly what Kelly thought to herself, paying a grand total of $250,000 US dollars for a manicure before attending the 2012 Emmy Awards. But what was it that made this nail job so incredibly expensive? Well, according to a report from the Daily Mail, the nail polish purchased by Kelly contained quite a few black diamonds that went on to shimmer with every picture that the paparazzi were able to grab of her. In fact, the $250,000 polish contained 267 carats of black diamonds altogether, making it one of the most glamorous and expensive nail products available to buy. And while many asked why she would spend so much on something that was just going to come off in a few days, there's no doubt that Kelly got the attention she deserved while strutting the red carpet. Well worth it in our opinion. 3. Her adorable little puppies. Fans of Kelly Osborne are well aware that she is a dog person. Take one look at her official Instagram account and you'll know this for sure. But she seemed to step on some toes with this love of hers by paying around $27,000 US dollars to have a new breed of puppies made specifically for her. The backlash in question came from a few animal rights activists and dog owners alike, who have for decades been asking celebrities to adopt dogs rather than pay breeders to create more. Since a number of puppies are put down due to overcrowding in kennels, it just makes sense that adoption should be the best means of getting another fur baby. But Kelly said no thank you to the adoption process, taking to Instagram to post a picture of her 2 new Pomeranian puppies. The fact that the picture looked more like a professional shoot than a happy family coming together also rubbed a few fans the wrong way, commenting that she was probably just using the dogs as objects rather than lovable pets. Regardless of what the truth of the matter was, though, this is one of the most expensive purchases the starlet has ever made, and we're sure that the 2 Pomeranians are living one heck of a life right now. 4. Her Alexander McQueen shoes. Like most female celebrities, Kelly has an addiction when it comes to shoes and owns one of the largest collections in her circle of family and friends. And as you could probably tell by the sheer amount she ended up spending on that specialty nail polish from earlier, Kelly definitely likes to look her best at all times. This is what led her to the purchase of a pair of high-heeled Alexander McQueen shoes that were elegantly outlined in black and decorated by a myriad of gemstones and flowery designs. And while her post on Instagram didn't mention how much she ended up paying for the pair, a fashion expert reportedly informed Mirror that a pair of Alexander McQueen's would have cost the diva around $2,000. And considering how this is only one of a few pairs of expensive shoes that Kelly owns, it goes without saying that her collection is worth a whole lot more. 5. Her unique Gucci platforms. Speaking of expensive footwear, Kelly also has herself a pair of Gucci platform sneakers which take her back to the days when platforms were the in thing. Always a lover of retro styles and looking to set her own trend, Kelly decided to buy herself this pair of golden shoes, which definitely served to make her stand out in a crowd. The platform section of the gold sneakers is separated by a white sole, which then leads into pink, yellow, green, blue, and purple bases. According to reports, it cost Kelly around $500 to purchase these incredible tennis shoes, allowing her to walk on a rainbow whenever she felt like it. And considering how she is constantly changing the color of her hair, she couldn't have bought a better pair of shoes to match. 6. The West Hollywood home. Taking a bit of a break from Kelly's shoe collection, we had to mention the West Hollywood home that she currently has at her disposal, as it is absolutely beautiful. Rather than going for a massive mansion like the other celebrities in the world, Kelly decided to buy a property for herself in West Hollywood, which gives off some real quaint vibes. The white sliding gate opens up to an ordinary garage from which a staircase leads up to the actual home. And when it comes to the home itself, the entirety of its front is decked in clear windows, having the light from inside shine out and create a cute contrast with the blue painted exterior. Simply put, this home is not at all extravagant, but definitely one of the best purchases she has ever made. According to reports from Trulia, Kelly ended up paying around $1.2 million for this property when she purchased it way back when. And while it may be true that she eventually sold it for a lot more, it goes without saying that the star lived a happy life there for over 9 years, showing just how much she loved the property. And now that Kelly has found herself to be so active in the housing market, she considers the sale of her West Hollywood home to be one of the hardest yet. Not because it was difficult to find a buyer, but because it was so hard to actually let go of. 7. Her Range Rover. It goes without saying that every stylish woman needs a stylish means of transportation, and Kelly Osborne is no exception to the general rule. Since the epitome of celebrity status has always been the excessive spending of a net worth on something rugged and sleek like a Range Rover, you won't be surprised to hear that Kelly has one of these as part of her immaculate car collection. In fact, the fashion designer has been seen on numerous occasions driving around Los Angeles in her black Range Rover, which actually caught a few people off guard. You see, although Range Rovers aren't the cheapest cars on the market, they're also not exactly the most expensive. As such, they are usually used as a stepping stone for celebrities to move up towards better versions of the vehicle. But when it comes to Kelly, she really seems to love this vehicle of hers with everything that she has, seen by the fact that she uses it on a day-to-day basis. According to reports, the wealthy star ended up spending around $90,000 on the vehicle, which is not much considering what else can be found in her collection. But what do you think of the lifestyle of Kelly Osborne? Be sure to let us know in the comments section down below.